So I've drilled the neck holes now to depth. So this is the tailpiece. So what we're looking at about 42mm from the centre of the bridge to the centre of the tailpiece. So I'll just mark that now. So there it is there. So anyway, the drawing says 43mm and 43mm I'm going to put it. So I'm going to drill them 12. What did I say? And I'm going to drill these 11. And that's where you'll see me next. See you in a bit. Right, now I'm not going to say nothing yet, but I've done something different to what I normally do. Well, to anybody to do, I would have thought. And the reason why I'm doing this is from past experience. When using a tunematic bridge on a neck that sits straight, or with a very little neck angle, which I tend to do when I build my Les Paul type guitars, I don't put the same angle on them as Gibsons do. I just feel that I like the feel of the tension on the strings. But I won't say what I've done just yet, and I'll wait to see the viewers and see if they spot it. I'll give it a bit of a close-up. You should be able to see that. Anyway. So I've got this pre-cut scratch plate that I had in the cupboard. I was going to make my own. I like doing it. I don't ever do it with a router. I do it all by hand. But this is a really good fit and it's brand new one, so I think I'll use it. So what I've done, I've put a little bit of tape on here so I can mark where the truss rod adjustment is, to cut a section out so I can slide the scratch plate up like that, which is about 7mm. So I'll mark that off now. I'll cut that out. I'll probably cut it out by hand. So it'll be the next thing. So it's beginning to take shape. Of course I need to put the bridge on now and see how this lines up by here. The spacing on the pickups looks right, going by my lines. I'll double check that. Right, next thing is to do all the routing for the pickups, the electrics cavity and the switch. Right, see you soon. Right, next thing, jack plug, socket. So I'm going to do the belly carve now. Something like that. And I'll just draw what I want to take it down to. I don't want to take it too thin. They do that with these super strat type of guitars, and I'm not a big lover of that. So I just put a comfort curve in there, and also take a little bit of weight out. But the guitar's feeling fantastic, I've got to say it. With this now, I'm going to try a number of different things. I may try my power file, and I may try some Japanese files, and I'll try some sanding blocks, and I'll try some scrapers as well. So there's going to be a bit of everything used by you, and we'll take it from here. We'll see how it goes. Right, I'll just crack on now. So what we're just going to do now, we're going to run a little sanding block to re-radius the sides. And that's all it's going to take. So it don't take long to do it, just a couple of minutes. So for the body, all that's left is final sanding. Taking it to 240 grit, grain filler then and undercoat. It's going to be ready for paint then. We're going to put some carve on.
I want to draw one.
Yeah, you do it, go on. You can do it that way if you want. And you've got to move this hand down, obviously. Well, that's rubbish.
Wow.
So you can have a go at this one. So, when you put it on, see, watch this line. I'm going to draw a line on here, right? That line there is the centre of the block, and you want to keep it in the middle of the fingerboard. From one end to the other, all the way up, right? And then all the way down as well, mate. You've got to come off the edge, all the way up, all the way up. That's it, nice and square. You got it. That's the way to do it. So, can you see some numbers on there now? We want 9.5.
Yeah, I can see 9.5.
Right, so what we got to do, we got to put that on there. And can you see the light coming through it?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, only in the middle of this, touching the edges now, look. And that's all the way down. So we got to get that so that light goes away. We can't see no light coming through. Right, so have another go then. All the way now from one end to the other. That's it, that's it. Like that. Can you see the light coming through?
Just barely.
No. Oh, it is just barely.
Can't
Right.
you-
Can't see that, can we, hardly?
I can tack them there.
Just go on then, next one. That's good, that is Oliver. Hey, that's one of the best ones we've done. So look.
We need
Well-
to do a bit at the top better.
No, I can't use that one else, that's the rough one. So you think there's a bit there?
Yeah, no, I think.
Just do a couple of rubs then, right? Because we haven't got our mask on that. Right, so look.
Oh.
Go on then.
We
Right.
have to come in now. Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
Look out. Trouble's coming. Come on then, Rose.
Guys, Rose is coming.
All of her sisters come in.
Wait, Grandad, come on, you meant to shine
Shine
the
the torch, Rose. See it?
No.
Okay. Right.
No, wait a second. Let me just stand up. No, no.
This is for boys in here, mind.
Go on, stand up. Sure, shine the light out there, at the bottom,
Yeah. Right. The next job. Here we go. So what I've done, I've put a piece of cork on there.
Yeah.
And see that, if the camera can see that fret wire, I've filed the tangs off it. So I can measure the height to the tang. So that cork is on there, is a depth stop. I'm pushing it back and forth, and it's just cutting the slot to the right there. Now it's only going to be a little bit, we just cut in, there's nothing on the edges, it's just a little bit in the middle. The edges are the right depth. Looking right over it, okay? That's it. All you're doing, you're just taking a little bit of wood off the radius bit, the high point in the middle. That's the way to do it, like that, love. That's him.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6.
Here they are.
There's 6 of them and it takes up 13 centimetres.
I know. Well, if you take them, if you take,
did the math.
You've done the maths, all right.
Yeah.
Right, you take them out.
I'm a big brain.
You're clever, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a big brain. Well, vintage ones look so cool.
Right,
Look
so
how
just
shiny they are.
yeah, they look like chrome, but they're nickel actually. So what we can do?
They fit. That fits.
Hold on.
That fits.
But they don't go that way, do they?
No, it does.
No,
It
it
does.
don't.
It does.
Goes
Oh.
that way. But we got to measure for these bushes. Then press the yellow button to reset it. Okay? So what we got to do now, we got to measure the diameter of these bushes. Right, go on then. Keep it square.
8.77 millimeters.
I'll hold the drill, you hold that. Right. So if you measure it there, what did that say? 1.
8.51 millimeters.
So, yeah, it's a little bit smaller. So that's the size drill we want. Now, the problem we got is drilling these, because they can catch. So, it's over to the drill press and drill them out. Should we do that? Slowly. Right on, stop it. Off you go. Like that. Lovely job. So we're going to make a start on carving the neck now. So the first point that I'm going to do, this line here is where the neck joins the body. This next line is 15 millimeters in, and I've come in another 15 millimeters, 14 millimeters, 30 millimeters, if I'm going to be accurate. So it's about from 28 to 30 mil from here to here. This is going to be the flat piece, and this is going to be the radius and the transition from the flat to the carve of the neck. So I shall bring the camera in a little bit now for you to see that. So the transition is going to be that sort of shape. Now I've done them in the past, and I've done them more pointier, not so round here, not so much of a radius. It's almost like a V then. It's entirely up to you. But this is similar to what's on my American Telecaster, the professional series. I'm happy with that, so that's what I'll work off, I think. So now we've got to score a couple of lines now, carve lines on the neck, which you'll see me do now, and there's not going to be no measurements when I do this. It's all going to be done freehand, but that'll be the next thing you'll see. So with the headstock end, this position here is just behind the back of the nut, and this position here is about halfway or 1/3 down to the first fret. First fret's about by here. So I'm going to round this off by here and taper it down to within the halfway down the first fret. This is not set in stone, this is how I feel as I'm carving it, but they're just rough guidelines at the moment. So the next thing, we got this centre line here on the outside edge of the neck, we got to split that in half. So it's about there. Same to here, and it's about there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to strike a line all the way down, flick them around to do the same the other side, halfway down. Now, the next line we got to split. So I know I want to split that about halfway. And come out spot on. Same on the other side now. No, just drag it up. So what we're going to do now, we're going to cut a facet from that line to this line, all the way down. We're going to cut a facet from this line to this line, all the way down. So we've got a chamfer down both sides. And then we'll split that in half between here and the fingerboard, and from here to the centre line. So there's a couple, this is the biggest facet that we're going to take off, and after that the rest of them are going to be smaller and they don't take long at all. And once you've done that, you can start rounding the back of the neck. And also we're going to reduce the thickness by here. I like them thinner at this end, I do. So what we're going to do it with now, it's the next thing. We are going to use my power file, my Black & Decker power file, with an 80 grit paper in there, which will make mince meat of this. It'll take all this off, no trouble whatsoever. Then we'll use some Japanese files and sandpaper and round radius blocks. Right, so I'll catch you in a minute and hope it goes alright. So the next facets I'm going to do now is in between the centre line and the first line we drew. The middle of this facet all the way along. So same there, we do a centre there. So now I'm going to knock this one off and this one off, and then I'm going to do the same then from that line to, I'm going to draw another line by here just off the fingerboard about 2 mil and take that facet off there. This is not going to take a lot, this isn't, so I will use the power file, but it's going to be very likely I'm going to start moving over to files now in a second and sanding blocks. So the neck is starting to take around now. I've got detail work here and here to do, obviously. So the next thing I'm going to do now, where the centre line is, I'm going to reduce the thickness of that at around about the first fret, and reduce the thickness at around about the 14th fret, and then flatten it off in between, tapering down from about 19 mil to 21, something like that, and then take the edges off again, and that's when we can start doing it with some sandpaper then and doing it by hand. You can do it with a Japanese file if you want, something like this, which are absolutely razor sharp. Anyway, just put it on now. Do the thickness next, mark that. So the next thing we're looking to do now, a flat transition now from here to here. Now you can measure this with a straight edge, or you could do it with a straight piece of timber. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry it on through up to the 2nd fret. Right, so I'm going to take this 22mm transition now, 22.5 up to this 21. And that's as close as I want to take it at the moment. Now I'm back to my transitions now to make it round. And I'm just trying to do a little bit of detail work now on the transfer from the curve to into the neck. Now, whenever you're doing any sanding, I'm going to tell you that you need to wear a mask. Now I'm only using this scarf just because I'm just doing a little bit of detail work, but please always use a proper mask if you're doing a lot of sanding. For me now at this stage, it's all really it's all about the feel of it. And now it's starting to take shape now. Bit late, innit?
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to put the dots on the neck, right? So we've got to mark it out.
Yeah.
Then we've got to mark them with this little centre punch. Then we've got to mark the sides out, and we've got to drill them. We're going to drill them with a little hand drill. Right, so first things first. You have the pencil. Right, down through the middle. Only a little line. Only in the middle. Come on, draw a line.
A line.
Yeah, line. Right, draw another line. That's across then, right? So we put that in the middle and just tap it a little bit. Only a little tap. That's it. That's it. Next one. We'll do that all the way down now. Alright, till the end. Right down. That's the last one now. Just one tap. Bit hard, wasn't it?
No.
Right. Next job. Drill the holes.
Yeah, I will do that.
Alright. Come on in. Over to the drilling machine.
Wait, no, Grandad, you take the neck, I'll take the camera.
Next one. Right, so we got it set on the depth stop, see, so we can't go wrong with it. Last one. Right. Nice job.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to glue these dots in. Where are they to? By you.
Check out the 5410, great band.
Yes, they are a great band. They're my friend. Check them out. We like them, don't we? Right. So we've got to use this super glue now. Now I don't want you touching this super glue. So we're going to put a little tiny bit of glue in there. Only a little tiny bit. I'm going to put the dot over the hole. And what you're going to do? Tap them in. Not hard, right? Mm-hmm. So let's rattle through this now. Okie doke. Right, see, I'm only going to put a little tiny drop in it. Go on in.
I don't want it.
Tap in. Nice job. Nice job. Tap them in, lads. We've got the hang of this now. Nice.
You made me hit. I do the last one like.
Yeah, the last one you can do. You nearly had me finger then.
Oh my god.
Go on, you can do the last one. Just be quick with it, mind. Drop him on the hole. Slide him on the hole. Go on. Well done. Now, that's not a bad job at all. All of that. So you're
Like,
right. So we're going to do the side dots now.
okay, side dots.
Now you can put the glue on this because we're only using acetone. Right, draw a line, eh? Flipping heck. 32.
32, yeah.
What's half of 32?
Half of 32
Is hang on now.
11.
That's rubbish. Half of 32.
Oh no, 21.
No, it's not 21.
It's not right.
16, yeah. Half of 32 is 16.
No, it's 22.
It's not. It's not. Right. So yeah, look, and that's spot on there. That's right in the middle.
Okay.
That's it. Same with there. No. Who's your favourite guitarist?
Joe Bonamassa.
Joe Bonamassa. Yes, I spoke to him on the phone. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? I want to say hello, which is really nice. Not that I know him personally, but it was good of him to go out of his way. Now then. Right up. Alright, go on a little, just, it'll flow in there, I've just tip it in.
Okay.
Right. Oh no, I haven't.
I didn't even.
All I'm doing, I'm just dipping the
Oh.
the stick, and it melts the plastic. Cut him off.
Yep.
Right in the middle. Okie doke. Good boy. So what we can do now, we're going to give them a couple of minutes for them to go off, and then we're going to file them off with a sanding stick. So we'll have a little bit of a clean up, and then we'll get back to everybody. Keep it flat now, right? Hold the front of it. Right up. Come on then.
Again.
Next one. And that's okay. Not bad. Next thing. Right, we're going to put that over there, and we've got to sand these off. That's okay. Job done. The actual radius of the back, the same as what I'm looking for. At the first fret, that's nice enough, that's okay. Tiny bit slimmer if anything, and that's about it. All the edges have been rolled over. Put a little roll over on the end of the fingerboard. So the next job would be to do the fret work. I'll probably leave that out for Oliver's with us. He's getting a little dab hand at doing the fret work, and he likes doing it anyway. So I'll catch you up in a bit. So what I'm doing by here now, I'm just taking the square edge off the fret slots. Doesn't really make a great deal of difference to the actual fret job. If you want to do a refret or take a fret out, it do help eliminate breakout. One neck ready for Oliver to do the refretting. I just put a little bit of coke on it to give me a depth stop. That'll come out nice and clean. Just going to square the bottom up now with a little piece of perspex with a bit of sandpaper on there. Oh, happy days. Looks okay. That's a file. I've made a start, right?
Yeah.
Cut that over there now. Nice. Right, put that in.
Let me pick you up. I don't kill him. Oh, wait,
There, right.
I want to try and line him up.
Not too close. That's okay, don't worry about picking it up. Number 3.
I know how to do it now.
That's similar, perfect. Oh, where's your muscles?
Wait. Can't do it.
Right, do it there. Hold it in your hand. Ready? Go on.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, let go. I'll try.
I'll hold it.
You did something to this.
I didn't do nothing to it. That was a hard one. I've done something to it. Right, so what we got to do now, we just got to nibble a little bit of this off, right?
I like it.
Right, I'm going to line it up. Don't hit my finger. But there.
Okay.
And again. Right, in the middle. On the end. Hard now. Right.
All we need to do is the middle part.
Only got to hit it 3 times. Maybe 4. Right, next one. Do you want to line them up? And I'll try and hit you with a finger. Come on now. Don't forget now, what's that tang?
Wait, okay. Wait.
Right,
Your
you hold
finger's
it.
bleeding.
That's right. Right, you ready?
No. Ah! Oh.
Because that makes it easier to clean up the glue. That's the only bit, that's it. Just put a little bit of wax on it. You can put the wax on before you put the frets in if you wanted. Right, that's enough now. Ready?
Wait, am I doing all of them?
Alright. No, we'll just do a few of them.
Okay, that's enough.
Right.
Done that for the last one. Can I just have a try?
Yeah, I'll give you a go now, right? I'll let you have one go of it.
So I like using a bit of glue, like when
Yeah,
you
but
go,
this
like,
is
in tight.
really strong glue, this is now. Hold on now. Right. Clamp him up, lad.
Lump.
Go on then. Right. So you've got to be really careful by here now, okay?
Okay.
So I'll let you have a little go,
Yeah.
but you've only got to put a little tiny drop of there
Got it. Wait, where am I?
on the back. Right? Right by there. Don't squeeze it, mind, right? Because it'll come out on its own. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right. Tighten him up, man. Go on, tighten him, love. Go on. Tighten. Right, we'll just carry on all the way down now until we get to the end.
Yep.
So that's the last of the frets glued into place. I'm just going to snip them. So the next thing now we're going to fill the fret ends in with a bit of super glue, rosewood dust, which I collected when I was reducing the fingerboard. The angle that it's been cut in, I'm at 33 degrees, 30 degrees, 28 degrees, whatever you want to put on there. So, just going to start off by here and work our way down. So you can bevel the edges or flatten the frets. Doesn't matter which order you do them in. Just stick to your own routine. So the next thing now is to check them for stone and flat, check them for level, make sure I've got any high frets. So what I do, I'll show you with this a minute, right? I start off this side work my way over and then come back. Then I move down to the next one, work my way over and come back. So I'm just doing 2 light passes, and I do that all the way down. Work my way over to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. But of course, I'm looking at this one, whatever one I'm cutting, but of course I'm cutting behind it as well, and that's what's leveling it all out. I may finish up with a couple of long strokes, I may not, but I will finish off with this. But once I've done this first pass, I will check it for any high frets on the neck to see the shape of it. Some people do it with a notch straight edge, I don't. So that's nice and level. Otherwise I would have made an adjustment with the truss rod. So starting on the left hand side, I'm taking it to the right and then back over to the left. So a quick pass. And then the next one. So now I'm going to check it more accurately for any high frets. There's a little tiny bit there. Now, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they're all on the left hand side, so I was a little bit mean doing that. So it's very, very little, so I'm just going to do it with this beam. And that's all it is. So now all the frets level. Next thing, crown them, polish them, take the fine tune marks, dress the ends. And that's the order that we're going to do it in. So what I do the ends first, because I always get a little bit of a chatter with these files, but they do the crowning well. And what I'm doing, I'm aiming to leave a little line along the top. That's the last of the crowning now. Next thing is to start taking the tooling marks off with some wet and dry. Now, I'm not going to work my way all through the grits, because I'll give them a final polish right at the very end after the neck is lacquered. So I'll start off with a bit of 600 and 1200, and then 2000 and a polish right at the very end. So I'll just show you a couple a little bit quick now. So this is 600. Doesn't take much now. So I'll work my way along with that. With this end of fret file, I'm just gonna knock off the corners. These tooling marks then will be taken off with the final grits that I'll be using. So it's just a roll over, push it in the corner and roll it over. So I'll work my way down now and then I'll catch you back up later on. That's my glass plates. My favourite tool by far for doing the fretwork. So that's enough for now anyway. Finish the fretwork off later on. So back to sanding now, final sanding. Get it ready for some lacquer. So as far as I'm going to go with the fretwork now. It's not too bad. I'm going to clean the fingerboard up. There's a couple of little bits of super glue where it seeped through a little bit. So just give it a little scrape and clean with some white wool. Then I'm going to do the finish, the final sanding, ready for the colour. Mask fingerboard back off again, and then put the colour on it. I'm going to just put a little bit of an amber tint into the lacquer, or I may stain the wood first and then put clear coats on, but it'll be an amber type finish to it anyway.